7, Stephen Doyle. Number 8, Gavin Ray. Number 9, Eddie Annan. Number 11, Roy Walker. Number 12, Courtney Skinner. Number 17, Matt Dennis. Number 20, Lee Roger. Substitutes for 19, number 10, James Lee. 32, Andrew. 15, 18, for Declan Cook.
After the 2-0 defeat of Kilmarnock at Rugby Park last Saturday, Jockey Scott picks the same 11 players. Willie Miller is still injured. James Grady stays on the bench. Dundee line up with 3 central defenders, Barry Smith sweeping behind Stephen Tweed and 19-year-old Lee Wilkie. Belgian Frank van Eyss will patrol the right touchline. Eddie Annan and Willie Faulkner go for goals. In Gavin Ray, Dundee have one of Scottish football's most promising players. The 21-year-old midfielder has improved by leaps and bounds. Rangers have to make 2 changes because Neil McCann has joined Claudio Reyna on the injured list. Andrei Kanchelskis and Champions League hero George Alberts are the replacements. Again, Scotland skipper Colin Hendry wasn't even in the squad. Dick Advocat's team isn't too badly weakened when you cast your eyes over this lineup. Alberts starts for only the 6th time this season. Kanchelskis has been in the starting lineup only twice up till now. Birthday boy Rod Wallace is making up for lost time after an injury absence from the team. He's 30 today and looking to add to his 3 goals so far this season. The referee for Dundee against Rangers is Stuart Dougal. Start the match, and the matches keep on coming for last season's treble winners. This number 15 of the season for them, and we've just entered October. They've lost only 2 so far, in Valencia and in Parma, a match which sealed their place in the Champions League. There was a draw with Bayern Munich 10 days ago at Ibrox. Other than that, they've won the lot. First touch for Alberts. Given away. Eddie Annan in towards Willie Faulkner. Craig Moore clears. Good flick from Van Bronckhorst. Alberts for Wolves. Well won by Boyack and kept it as well. Annan back for Douglas. Moore to the feet of Wallace, wrestling with Stephen Tweed. Turned back by Boyack. The teenager Lee Wilkie. Long ball, wild ball as well. Slicing away off the outside of his boot. Wallace grounded in the challenge with Barry Smith, and Jockey Scott's side penalised. Bronkhorst's free kick, read by Faulkner. Barini got it through to Kanchelskis. Wallace, Barini. Barry Ferguson inviting Kanchelskis to make the run. Bounded away from the winger. Ferguson's first attempt at opening up the Dundee defence. Aimed at McSkimming. Kanchelskis back heel. Wallace. Perini into Ferguson. Strong play from Dundee. It's Anand. Early ball in. Lorenzo Amoruso's header away. Skimming. It's good play. Van Eyck. Come off Craig Moore's head, I think. Back to Lionel Charbonnier. Bronkhorst's pass, not a good one. Chested down by Amoruso for Perini. An easy take for Robert Douglas. Again named in Craig Brown's Scotland squad for the forthcoming internationals against Bosnia and Lithuania. Turned out by Amoruso, under pressure from Anand. Alberts for Moles, trying to squeeze that through for Wallace. And Stephen Tweed's giving it away. Ferguson's pass intended for Arthur Newman. Might find its way there eventually from Alberts, but even the pace of the Dutchman couldn't catch it. Good play this from Alberts, didn't think twice, but it won away from Newman. Skimming's lay off for Madison. The pass finds its way across to Van Eyck. Stephen Boyack trying to find some room. Hanging cross for Faulkner. And Sean McSkimming was stretching for the shot. That meant he couldn't keep it down. Another half yard nearer it, Sean McSkimming. And he might well have tested out Lionel Charbonnier. He was first to the loose ball. The first question being asked of the Rangers' defence. Skimming's half volley too high. Arthur Newman from left back to right back. Sergio Perini. Kanchelskis. Wallace plays the 1-2, too tight on the touchline, and couldn't keep it up. Faulkner to Ray. Wilkie leaves it to Van Eyck. Deflected out off Alberts. Brought down by Alberts for Van Bronckhorst. Congested midfield area. Alberts to Perini. Kanchelskis, no way past Madison. Craig Moore, a little burst of pace, took him away from Anand. Michael Moles has made a run for Sergio Parini. All the way through it goes. Ushered through to Douglas by Wilkie. Anand stretching out to get on the end of the pass. And he's lost it to Ferguson. Alberts rolls it into the space. Comes straight back to him. Moles to Parini. Wallace. Now Kanchelskis. Onto the left foot. Tried to play a 1-2 with Albert. Failed to come off. Ferguson for Rod Wallace, he's onside. The cutback deflected and turned away by Stephen Tweed. Dundee looking bemused as to how they allowed Rod Wallace to escape here. Long ball from Ferguson, and Wallace clearly had timed the run perfectly. Newman. It's Wilkie who got it clear. The Wallace touch wasn't ideal for Barry Ferguson. Did well against Boyack. Offside against Michael Moles. Faulkner's flick. Time for Moore. Kanchelskis to Parini. Stephen Tweed. Willie Faulkner's knocked down for Anand. Well defended by Lorenzo Amoruso. Bronkhorst and Newman. Two who took great delight from the win at PSV in midweek, back in their homeland. Good turn from Kanchelskis. Looking sharp. Rod Wallace. Tagged the shot wide. A sign there of the lack of matches recently for Rod Wallace. He's normally so dangerous once he gets into the penalty area. Good turn from Kanchelskis, which created the opening. But Rod Wallace's shot was a disappointment. Albert's through, Van Bronckhorst onside, slipped at the crucial moment. Now Rod Wallace. Again he's off target, but the big chance there fell to Giovanni Van Bronckhorst, and if he kept his footing, he had a real chance to open the scoring. Again, the Dundee defence posted missing, and they were thankful to see the Dutchman stumble. Barry Ferguson launching another ball through the middle. Stephen Tweed. Craig Moore getting there before Faulkner. Kept in by McSkimming. Barry Ferguson very casually played with the outside of the right foot. And on through Newman to Alberts. Moles, lovely turn, great strength. Alberts, flying harmlessly across goal, that one. He scored 5 times in the last 5 matches, Alberts. And this was a chance to increase his tally for the season. Powerful header from Moore. It breaks for Van Bronckhorst. Good challenge by Gavin Ray, won it well. Sean McSkimming ahead of Eddie Annand. Madison coming in support. Can get there in time. And Craig Moore not only wins it, but gets a good ball clear to Andrei Kanchelskis. In for Michael Moles. Now it's Alberts on the left foot. Sadly for him, it's in among the supporters. It started back with Craig Moore. Strong play at the back. Got it clear to Kanchelskis. He's looking keen, he's looking sharp. And the chance fell to Alberts. And you look for him to hit the target from there. Van Eyss with the pass. Stephen Boyack made it his by getting in front of Newman. Good skill from Boyack. And the Belgian Van Eyss has lost it. Michael Moles turning away from Lee Wilkie. Linking play together. Spreading it wide, but I think too wide for Sergio Perini. A willing workhorse is Sergio Perini. Great vision from Michael Moles to see the possibilities. Played by Faulkner off Perini. Barry Ferguson chased by Sean McSkimming. Alberts to Moles, gets turned away from Wilkie. Michael Moles shoots too high. But again, this amazing ability he has to get the ball very quickly under control. He's got fantastic balance, and that allows him, when the ball's played into his feet, to leave defenders trailing in his wake. Kanchelskis off for a run. Wallace. Ferguson to Alberts. Newman on the touchline. Probing at the Dundee defence. Moles. Sergio Perini wants it. Receives it from Barry Ferguson. Dundee hemmed in. Bronckhorst, a chance to open them up. Took a deflection on its way in off Lee Wilkie. That's a good ball from Barry Ferguson. It just won't hold up in time for Arthur Newman's run. Amarusso's header, picked up by Boyack. The interception was by Arthur Newman. Andrei Kanchelskis leaves it to Barry Ferguson, only just. Rod Willis has peeled away. Kanchelskis, Moles and Alberts in the middle. Barry Smith with the header. And now Barry Ferguson. Lots of room for Arthur Newman. Back from Moles. And Van Bronckhorst! Saved by Robert Douglas at the near post, and that was very definitely made in Holland after Barry Ferguson shifted the ball wide. Firstly, it was Newman, then Moles, and finally Van Bronckhorst with the shot. It's Giovanni Van Bronckhorst with the corner kick. Faulkner's header. Alberts trying to pick his way through. And Kanchelskis got good enough contact behind it, but it's always looked to be swerving wide. Alberts trying to find a way through. Ray was hurt in the challenge, and the loose ball whacked in by Kanchelskis. Forward from Van Bronckhorst. Rod Willis onside, can't get it down in time. He'll be disappointed that he didn't stick that chance away. Rod Willis took up good position for the flick from Van Bronckhorst. He was away from Barry Smith, but the ball wouldn't come down for the shot on goal. It's a Rangers throw. Sergio Porrini down the line for Michael Moles. There was pushing going on. It's a Rangers free kick. One wonders why advantage wasn't played there. Directing operations, Robert Douglas. All his outfield players amassed in the box. Van Bronckhorst's free kick doesn't get too far. Madison's clearance, straight back into Rangers' possession. Amarusso, his shot, dipping, but it did need to have dipped a bit more severely. Dick Advocat has stressed this week it's important to the Rangers supporters that this match is taken as seriously as all the glamour matches that have been played in the last few weeks in the Champions League. Lorenzo Amarusso won it. Lead off by Moles for Alberts. Bursting through Van Bronckhorst, he shot well wide. Jockey Scott not looking too happy on the touchline, despite the fact his side have won 3 Premier League matches and already taking up a fairly safe position in the Premier League. Sergio Perini turns inside Sean McSkimming. And it's a poor ball into the box. Dundee, though, can't get it clear. Van Bronckhorst. Well struck shot. Straight at Robert Douglas. It was good handling after Dundee had again relinquished possession all too easily for them. Little touch from Kanchelskis. Wallace was the intended target. Barry Ferguson for Arthur Newman. Again, it's too pacey. Again, he doesn't catch it. Won by Boyack. Now McSkimming, laid off by Anand. And tracking back was George Alberts. To stifle the threat of Boyack. Amaruso came off Gavin Ray. Alberts, the angled ball in for Kanchelskis, never looked likely to reach. Lee Madison, Faulkner's on his own, knocks it back for Boyack. Now Ray, unlucky with the touch. Telegraphed really by Kanchelskis to Madison. There was not much chance of him getting around the Dundee defender. Madison gets the free kick. That's for Anand. Craig Moore won the header. Poor ball played out by Newman. It's another chance now. Kanchelskis having little joy against Lee Madison in this first half. Wallace to Moles. Challenged by Smith. Ferguson's shot blocked by Tweed. Back in from Amaruso. Again headed away by Stephen Tweed. Alberts won the header, that was Barry Smith. And back from Arthur Newman. Craig Moore cleared it, feeling it wasn't going to find its way through to Charbonnier. Controlled and laid back by Anand. Ray to McSkimming. Anand's touch, no one there for it. Loose play by Moore, though, intercepted by Boyack. And Perini forced into conceding the corner kick. Dundee's first of the match, with 28 minutes gone. So a chance the first of the match for Dundee to put up Stephen Tweed, and the header was from Lee Wilkie, 6'4" of him. Won it well enough, but couldn't direct the header towards goal. So the first corner kick for Dundee, and looking as if they might have a fair bit of ammunition to put up with Tweed and Wilkie, real threats at the set pieces. Wilkie's header, cushioned by Moore for Perini. Wallace hits the deck, no free kick. Forward from Gavin Ray. Amoruso's header, onto it, Boyack. Amoruso got it clear to Ferguson. Alberts, good skill. Ferguson for Kanchelskis. Chance for Andrei Kanchelskis! 29 minutes gone. Andrei Kanchelskis scores his first goal of the season. And much of the credit here goes to Barry Ferguson. The measured pass, he was telling Kanchelskis where he wanted him to go. And Kanchelskis slid the ball through the legs of Robert Douglas, who thought he was well positioned to block it. In it went. And Rangers have the lead. Ferguson the supplier, Kanchelskis the finisher. It's 1-0. Another Barry Ferguson pass into the heart of the Dundee defence. Stephen Tweed unable to prevent that going behind. It's a Rangers corner. Corner kick from Van Bronckhorst, flicked on by Alberts. Amoruso's shot, cleared by Sean McSkimming. Lee Wilkie's clearance. Amoruso got the merest of touches to it. Skimming forced it away. He took a knock from Kanchelskis. In fact, two Dundee players are on the ground needing some treatment. Dundee supporters have seen their team go one down, but they can't really complain. Dundee have been under an awful lot of pressure right from kick-off. Jockey Scott will be disappointed with the way his team's played in the opening half hour. They've given the ball away. Arusa to Alberts. Michael Moles with the flick for Arthur Newman. Pace from Newman. Insisting that was a corner kick. Stuart Dougal immediately pointed towards the goal and said it was a goal kick. Van Bronckhorst unchallenged for the header from Wilkie to Douglas. Moles to Newman. Another powerful run from Arthur Newman. What was missing was the final ball into the box, well away from Wallace. Barry Ferguson's header. That was Barry Smith into an area in which Dundee don't have a player. Farini delayed too long. The ball just about makes it out of play. Free kick going against Sean McSkimming. Ferguson to Sergio Porini. All the way back from Wallace to Moore. Amaruso, Alberts gets himself clear of Barry Smith. Trying to thread it through towards Michael Moles, but the flag is up. Offside had already been given. Adjusted down by Newman for Van Bronckhorst. And Moles picking his way through the tackles. One too many. Free kick. It was the foul by first Boyack and then Ray, which alerted Stuart Dougal. Wallace fouled after he got the better of Sean McSkimming. The exchange between Ferguson and Van Bronckhorst. Alberts, Van Bronckhorst and Newman. Lovely sharp exchange, and Rod Wallace saved by Robert Douglas. That would have been some goal had Rod Wallace applied the finishing touch. Robert Douglas got himself in the way, and this was the end of a superb Rangers move. Douglas blocked the Wallace effort. But look at the sharp passing and movement here of the Rangers players. First time passes, perfectly played. And all that was missing was the Wallace finish. Eddie Anand has gone off injured, and James Grady is on. Stephen Boyack. Willie Faulkner has slipped. And there have been precious few chances around the box for Dundee. Ray. Over the top for Sean McSkimming. Needs a good ball into the box, that's not it. Craig Moore gets it clear to Barry Ferguson. Rangers try to counter. Newman to Malls. Back for Van Bronckhorst. Into the corner from Newman, but Van Bronckhorst won't catch it. Boyack, Faulkner, Stephen Boyack again. The reverse pass looking for James Grady. Out comes Charbonnier. Amoruso got there first. Took the heat off his goalkeeper and explaining now why he did it. In from Van Eyss. Willie Faulkner's header. Looking for another touch, which might have diverted it into the net. Nobody there. Easy header for Faulkner against Perini, but nobody there for Dundee to take advantage of the knockdown. Heavy challenges, and Lee Wilkie is in trouble. The Dundee players, meantime, are furious with what they see as an overreaction to Wilkie's challenge. Just about everybody gathered in the centre circle now, apart from the two goalkeepers. And Stuart Dougal shows the yellow card to Wilkie. That was the first challenge from Wilkie on Knowles, which is fair enough. It looks to be a trip by Ray on Ferguson, and then Wilkie went careering into that challenge as Giovanni Van Bronckhorst went to pick up the ball. Lee Wilkie heads off after what was a very rash challenge. And this seems a gross overreaction. Stuart Dougal had the red card brandished there for Giovanni Van Bronckhorst. Now he's having words with the assistant referee on the far side, Roddy Cobb. The Rangers players milling around the match official. A moment of drama in the last few minutes of the first half. Stuart Dougal might now reconsider. He's speaking to Arthur Newman now about something he's said. This looks fairly chaotic at the moment. Giovanni Van Bronckhorst can't believe what's happening here. Dick Advocaat on the touchline is furious at what's going on. Arthur Newman gets a yellow card, and Van Bronckhorst is now heading towards the tunnel. Speaking there with the assistant manager Bert van Lingen. Dick Advocat being ushered away by Jim Henold, the fourth official. Advocat is furious. And the indication there from Advocat is that Stuart Dougal has lost the place. Both teams down to 10 men as the first half draws to a close. And there's the man who has taken centre stage, Stuart Dougal. Amaruso with the free kick from long range, saved by Robert Douglas. Stuart Dougal getting jeered by both sets of supporters. It's a free kick. Amaruso's long raking pass finds Arthur Newman. And that came off Van Ice. Corner kick, quickly taken. In from George Alberts. Well won by Madison against Kanchelskis. It is difficult for everyone inside Dens Park at the moment to concentrate on the action after that incredible couple of minutes when 2 red cards and a yellow were brandished by Stuart Dougal. Boyack to McSkimming. Moore finds Perini. Ferguson under pressure from McSkimming. Keeps cool. Gets the ball away to Amaruso and now Newman. Alberts for Wallace. Kanchelskis onto the left foot. Looking for number 2, both for himself and the team. That time off balance as he struck it. And it was way over Robert Douglas's crossbar. Amaruso high to win the header, but not fairly, according to the referee. Free kick given in the favour of Willie Faulkner, quickly taken. Boyack stumbled at the key moment. Alberts to Ferguson. Now Kanchelskis. Alberts has made a run on the far post. Now it's Arthur Newman. Wallace tried to get there, Barney Smith did. Newman forces the throw off Boyack, right down to the corner flag. Two and a half minutes of stoppage time played. It's Michael Moles, good effort. Well stopped by Douglas. Again, so quick, so sharp. And the shot was certainly troublesome for Douglas. That's half-time, and Stuart Dougal is being booed by just about everyone in the ground, having shown 2 red cards right at the end of the half, and you can almost see the steam coming out of the ears of Dick Advocat. He was bemused and furious that Giovanni van Bronckhorst was red carded after Lee Wilkie was sent off as well for Dundee. The only goal so far from Andrei Kanchelskis. This was it after 29 minutes. Played through by Barry Ferguson and through the legs of Robert Douglas. 1-0 Rangers. Then all hell let loose as Lee Wilkie ploughed into the tackles. He was red carded, but amazingly so too was Giovanni van Bronckhorst. So both teams down to 10 men as the first half draws to a close, and it's Dundee 0, Rangers 1. Dundee get the match restarted, and it's 10 players aside. Dundee switched by the looks of it to a flat back four now. Van Ice forward towards Grady, first half sub. Barry Ferguson for Michael Moles. Russo to Alberts. That's for Arthur Newman. Ray to Boyack. Two outstanding players in the Dundee midfield. Ferguson has been very impressive for Rangers thus far. Important news for Craig Brown. Charbonnier chased by Grady. Grady got a touch. Now Willie Faulkner. It's the side netting. That was almost a disastrous moment for Lionel Charbonnier as James Grady moved in. There was plenty time here for the Frenchman to clear, but he waited and waited. There was Grady to get the touch, and Faulkner with the chance to level the game. Ferguson's pass through the middle, cleared by Van Ice. Good pass from Ferguson to Newman. That's for Alberts, and headed behind by Stephen Boyack. First corner kick of the second half. This was a teasing ball from Newman. Russo and Moore both up in the box for the Alberts corner kick, and just a half chance for Moore, which he had to take quickly. Newman to Moles. Ferguson to Kanchelskis. Deflected. Off the combination of Madison and Ray. Corner kick. Three Rangers defenders arrive in the box. Amoruso, Moore and Perini. And it's the left foot in-swinger from Alberts. And good handling in a busy 6-yard box by Robert Douglas. A long kick out, but nobody there for Dundee. Ray holding off Rod Wallace. Back by Barry Ferguson. A challenge between two contemporaries there. Gavin Ray and Barry Ferguson know each other well. Very calmly played out between Amoruso and Moore. Arthur Newman has made a run, wants it from George Alberts. The offside flag up against him, he can't believe it. But he has to hold his tongue because he's been yellow carded already. The decision taken on the far side by Roddy Cobb, the assistant referee. Boyak's pass cut out by Amoruso. That's for Kanchelskis. Only Moles up ahead of him at the moment. Blue shirts warming around. Moles for Wallace. Good skills from Rod Wallace. The shot too high, but it was clever play here to work the opening after he was set up by the deflection off Tweed. Looked to go onto his right foot, then onto his left. Then he committed Barry Smith into the challenge, and he was just leaning back slightly as he powered in the shot. Dick Advocat calling for a substitution. It looks as if Tony Wittmar is about to come on. Gavin Ray's passed through, cut out by Craig Moore, and kept in by Arthur Newman. Pass from Moore gives possession away. Van Ice. That's clever for Grady. And he had time there. James Grady's got a corner kick. But Rangers could have been punished here for a lack of marking, a lack of awareness of where Grady was. Eventually Moore got across to concede the corner kick. Stephen Tweed is up. The aerial power of Lee Wilkie has been lost to Dundee. Back from Faulkner to Ray. Took too long, showed too much of the ball to Rod Wallace. Now Andrei Kanchelskis off and running. Still Kanchelskis. Hold down at the edge of the area. Alberts has lost it. Madison trying to get the pass away to McSkimming. Rangers have it back with Alberts. Tweed's header. Grady beat by Amoruso. Newman to Wallace. Back from Newman. Lost by Smith. Alberts waiting because he sensed Wallace was offside. Not given offside this time. And the free kick goes Dundee's way after the collision between Wallace and Madison. Rangers make a change. Arthur Newman goes off and Tony Vidmar on in his place. Amoruso's header clear. Madison to Boyack. Gray with Van Eyck alongside. Signed from Dutch football, he used to play with Mechelen in Belgium. Now the former Rangers player Boyack. It's for Willie Faulkner's header. James Grady had a crack at it, flapped away by Charbonnier. And McSkimming scores for Dundee. Again, Lionel Charbonnier less than impressive, and McSkimming equalises with 11 minutes gone in the second half. The cross from Boyack, headed back in by Faulkner. Now that should surely have been got clear by the goalkeeper, and what a good finish that was from Sean McSkimming. Charbonnier, unimpressive, he flapped at it instead of punching it clear of the penalty box. What a pinpoint finish that was from McSkimming. There wasn't too much to aim at, but he found the gap. 1-1. Well, he's not showing it, but he must surely be a little bit happier now that Dundee have pegged Rangers back to 1 run. Alberts asking a lot of Vidmar, he won't catch it. The mood among the Dundee supporters has certainly changed in the last minute or two. And up and under from Van Eyck. Moore controlled the header well to find Amoruso. And the sub Vidmar. Rob Wallace caught late after the ball had gone. McSkimming's challenge. And one would imagine that action will be taken once the ball's out of play. And that's a yellow card for Sean McSkimming. for the late boot on Rod Wallace after the ball had gone. Alberts to Vidmar. Cleared by Barry Smith. Dundee defence, pushes out. Despite the protestations of the Rangers captain, it's a Dundee throw. Well kept in by Lee Madison. Madison has it again. Alberts plays it in between Van Eyck and Smith, looking for the Tony Vidmar run. Ferguson to Moles. Good challenge, well timed by Barry Smith, as Tony Vidmar tried to twist away from him towards the byline. Moles comes for the Vidmar throw. Ball's out. James Grady flicked it away from Craig Moore. Quickly back was Amoruso. So Boyer's clearance. Good turn from Moles, finds Vidmar. Lost the ball, gets it back now. Links with Porini. Cross charged down by Madison. Now Sergio Porini lines up for the long throw. Michael Moles. What a good effort that was. Inches away from Rangers' second goal. And again, it's the quick control and the turn, and few defenders could cope with that. George Alberts. Alberts again, the hero against PSV Eindhoven on Tuesday night in Holland. Kanchelskis slipped, that let in Madison. And former Bristol Rovers and Northampton player fouled by Kanchelskis. Steven Boyack leaves it to Frank van Ijs. Cross held by Chevalier. Moles to Ferguson. Michael Moles again. Alberts on to Vidmar. Queuing up. All it needs is somebody to take a pot shot at goal. But a lot of Dundee outfield players between Alberts and Robert Douglas. Vidmar for Wallace. Takes a tumble, and it's a Dundee free kick. Stuart Dougal wants a word with Tony Vidmar. He wasn't happy about the decision. Watch closely, the ball played in. There was the arm outstretched from Rod Wallace, which struck Barry Smith, and that's why the free kick was given. Faulkner's flick. Grady against Moore. Hamway back. Torini lifting it forward for Wallace. Barry Smith cleared to McSkimming. Heavy challenge of James Grady by Craig Moore. Rangers fans in a fury again. Craig Moore as well after this. Well, he did get a touch on the ball, and that's why Craig Moore is bemused as to why the free kick was given. Looked on the outside and found nobody there. Short with the pass for Van Ijs, who did well to win it against Alberts. Boyack's made a good run. Good challenge by Craig Moore. Two players who know each other well from Ibrox. And an all-embracing challenge from Craig Moore. Stephen Tweed up again for the Sean McSkimming corner kick. And Madison, right across goal. Danger not over for Rangers. And again from McSkimming. Barry Ferguson can break away here. Kanchelskis ahead of him. Further forward, Wallace and Moles. That's for Alberts, finds its way over the head of Stephen Boyack. That's for Moles. Still it's Michael Moles. Ferguson to Vidmar. Tony Vidmar again. And that one clatters into the floodlights. insulted one another this morning before they went out, clashing horribly. James Grady's layoff. Willie Faulkner has a chance, and Willie Faulkner has taken it. Faulkner's 7th goal of the season, and Dundee have turned it round from 1 down. They now lead by 2 goals to 1. It was Faulkner's flick which started it all, Grady's layoff, and there was Faulkner again to beat the out-rushing Charbonnier, and his shot was clipped in off the inside of the post. The final ball played by Gavin Ray. Faulkner was away from Farini, and it was a clinical finish from Faulkner. 4 goals last season, already 7 this time round. Dundee lead by 2 to 1. Turned back dangerously. The clearance from Tweed wasn't too clever. Tony Vidmar couldn't make much of it. A fairly clear foul, that one, by Tweed and Wallace. Goes in search of an equaliser. Gabriel Amato comes on for Sergio Parini. It's Alberts. It's easily held by Douglas. With the customary zip from Alberts. Ferguson from Moles. Vidmar cuts in. Tony Vidmar, a good effort. Well read. Well held by Robert Douglas from just the sort of position in which Vidmar scored against Parma. Foul going against Craig Moore. And a challenge on Willie Faulkner. And a yellow card for Moore. And the indication of Stuart Dougal there was that was for persistent fouling, not just for that one. And Michael Knowles has obviously had something to say as well, because he too is shown a yellow card. Boyak's free kick, headed away by Alberts. Gavin Ray has it. Now Lee Madison. Madison's cross. Lorenzo Amoruso got it clear. Alberts surges forward. was intended, I think, for Rod Wallace. Dick Advocat keen to make another change. Whistling over one of the subs. These would be 3 priceless points for Jockey Scots Dundee. If his team can hold on, he's waving them forward. They're playing too far back. Laid off by Mato for Vidmar. Ferguson. Move it alongside, and for Michael Moles. Cleared by Ray, offside against Faulkner. Amato to Alberts. Gabriel Amato again. Free kick against the Argentinian striker. At the ground where he made his name in Scotland, Darius Adamchuk comes on for Rangers as a replacement for the first half goal scorer Andrei Kanchelskis. Even the Dundee fans greeting the arrival of Adamchuk. To Alberts. Rod Wallace, here's a chance. Blocked by Smith. Alberts shaped as if to shoot and changed his mind. Chipped in from Wallace, headed away by Madison. Harry Ferguson knocks it down from Moles. Good play from Amoruso. Superb. Vidmar. Rod Wallace, not with a touch to control it. It's fast and furious now from Rangers as they chase an equaliser. Good play from Moles. Boyack has it though. Adamchuk to Amato. Overrun it. Against Crigmore. Adjudged to be barging into Willie Faulkner there. Alberts finds Tony Vidmar. Wolves, Alberts. The challenge was from Barry Smith at the edge of the area. Now the game rages towards the other end, and from Boyack to Grady, chance for Willie Faulkner. Lost his footing as he tried to set up the shot, otherwise there's a real chance there for Faulkner to stretch Dundee's lead. Alberts finds Moles, and Rod Wallace! The birthday boy gets the equaliser. It's 2-2 with 10 minutes left. And there's relief among the Rangers supporters and relief among the Rangers players. First Amoruso to Alberts. Then on the outside it was Moles who squared it. And what a good finish that was from Wallace. So typical. Rangers top scorer last season with 27. Only 4 this time around, although he's been out for a few matches with injury. That is like the Rod Wallace of old. Vidmar finds Alberts in a lot of room. Michael Moles. Adamczyk in support. Here's Gabriel Amato. Might get a second chance. Adamczyk wins it back against Madison and is fouled. Not happy Lee Madison, but caught by the trailing leg. Although Adamczyk certainly made the most of it. Alberts free kick, headed away by Madison, and Stephen Tweed will let it run. A heart-stopping moment there in the Dundee goalmouth. The free kick from Alberts flicked beyond Douglas, but no one could apply the finishing touch. That's the end of the match for goal scorer Willie Faulkner. He's off. On in his place comes the Spaniard Roberto Matute. Alberts to Amato, trying to forage his way into the box. Alberts still has it. Alberts, ooh, just too high. It was dipping, and it was well struck, and it was just a foot or so too high. Dick Advocat will be a little bit happier with the scoreline at 2-2, but he'll still want more. Lofted forward by Barry Ferguson, an awkward bouncing ball, out comes Robert Douglas, and Darius Adamczyk left it to him. Seeing Tony Vidmar in a fair bit of space. Amato against Smith. Deflected back to Vidmar. And the shot from Vidmar deflected as well. Corner kick. There could be some pressure moments in the closing minutes for Robert Douglas. Amoruso and Moore are up. And from Alberts, and it's Gabriel Amato! A delicate near-post header, and Rangers are back in front. Even Dick Advocat joins in the celebrations on the touchline. That looks like being the goal which maintains Rangers' 100% record, and look how much it means to the manager. Devastating delivery on the corner kick from Albert, powerfully struck it. All it needed was a touch, and it got it from Amato. Gabriel Amato's second goal of the season, and very important. Against Smith, and he won't catch it. And all of a sudden, the volume at the Rangers end has been turned up. These Rangers supporters were staring defeat in the face a matter of minutes ago. Now 3-2 up. Forward by Lorenzo Amoruso, chased all the way by Michael Moles, who as usual has got through an incredible amount of mileage this afternoon. Albertson to Amato, trying to do too much. Gavin Ray, it's read by Amoruso, who now surges forward. Still going Amoruso, out comes Douglas, to save bravely at the feet of the Rangers captain. Albertson for Rod Wallace. Robert Douglas got just a touch, and that's what it desperately needed. Stephen Boyack still grounded. He was way off his line, the Dundee keeper, anticipated what was happening well, and just diverted the ball away from Wallace. The clear sign from Dick Advocat that there are less than 5 minutes left, and he needs the team to dig in and hold on to the 3 points. And in the other dugout, or more to the point, out of the other dugout, Jockey Scott getting his team forward as often as possible in search of another equaliser. Boyack injured and heading off, and it's Lee Sharp who's his replacement. inside the final minute of the match. Determined challenge from Barry Smith. Knocked over the top for James Grady. Out comes Charbonnier. Not moving well, the French goalkeeper. He's been hobbling around for much of this match. Foul given against Michael Moles. Push on Venice. Barry Smith's free kick, deep into the box. Mauricio's header got it clear. Now Vidmar to Alberts. Delicate little touch, and again for Moles. There's some room here for Amato. Still it's Gabriel Amato, looks for a penalty kick, it's not forthcoming. That looked like a good claim for obstruction here, as Gabriel Amato twisted away from Lee Madison. Although when you see it second time around, that's maybe exactly what the Argentinian was looking for. Adamczyk's header away, only as far as Sharp. It's a waste. Neither a cross nor a shot. And he's been in the wars as Barry Smith, and he really should be off the pitch with blood trickling down his face. For Dundee, in from McSkimming, punched away, a bit more convincingly that time by Charbonnier. Back in from Venice, Brady's header, back to him, off Adamczyk. The former Dundee player got that away pretty successfully. Into the final minute of stoppage time. Gabriel Amato has lost it. Ferguson battling for it against McSkimming, and a display of petulance from Ferguson, and Stuart Dougal is about to show him the yellow card, and that is an unnecessary booking for Barry Ferguson, and yellow cards like that will be costlier later in the season. In towards Stephen Tweed. Amoruso was above everyone to win the header. Waiting for Michael Moles to be onside before he played it. Rod Wallace sprinting through the middle. The pass behind him. But 3 minutes of stoppage time now played, and there goes the final whistle. The huge roar is from the Rangers supporters. Dick Advocat is absolutely delighted. Rangers keep up their 100% record in the Scottish Premier League. The clenched fists from the manager. Gabriel Amato was the match winner, heading in from George Alberts' corner kick, and that completed the recovery after Rangers had looked as if they might lose all 3 points here this afternoon. They were 2-1 down. The equaliser from Rod Wallace, and then Amato with the winner. Rangers played 8, won 8, and the Ibrox bandwagon rolls on. At Dens Park, the final score: Dundee 2, Rangers 3. And no one in the spotlight more this afternoon than Stuart Dougal. Yeah, gotta go now. Gabriel Amato, the Argentinian striker, heads into the away dressing room, the match winner, scoring late on, heading in a George Albert's corner, which preserves Rangers' 100% record in the Scottish Premier League. Played 8, won 8, but it certainly didn't look that way for much of the second half. Rangers were 1-0 up at half-time through Andrei Kanchelskis. The equaliser driven in by Sean McSkimming for Dundee after Lionel Charbonnier had flapped it across. Then Willie Faulkner made it 2-1 for the home team. It looked as if the points might be staying here until Rod Wallace struck on his 30th birthday to make it 2-2, and then Amato flicked in a header from Alberts' corner. But much of the drama was at the tail end of the first half, when Giovanni Van Bronckhorst of Rangers and Lee Wilkie of Dundee were both sent off after a melee inside the centre circle. But Rangers get the points. They won by 3-2.